Hi. Part 13, baby. Ghost of Tsushima with a therapist is back on your screen. However it is that you may be watching me, whether it's you got me on in the background while you're at work, or you're staring at your screen intently, or whatever, whether it's as this came out or years into the future. Thank you for taking the time to make it through a baker's dozen episodes of this playthrough. I hope you stick through the whole thing. It's been an absolute pleasure. Do leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. Check the links in the description, subscribe to the channel, blah, blah, blah. Let's go learn the Heavenly Strike. That's what I'm ready for. That's what I'm all about today. Search for the bridge.
Musician mentioned.
Ooh, in order to cross this bridge, you must answer me these questions 3. Then the other side he see. Please let there be a guy.
Someone weeping. Where?
Well, if it's not on top of the bridge, it's probably under the bridge.
My lord, so many slaughtered.
Did you see the man who killed them?
I know who he is. Yasuhira Koga.
I've heard the name. He fought for the Yarikawa clan. Would you recognize him?
I'll never forget that leering face.
Follow me. Perhaps I can pick up his trail on the other side of the bridge.
Yasuhira.
Horse tracks. Yasuhira was in a hurry.
Okay. Come, Nobu. If he took
what
off
more
on...
do you know of Yasuhira Koga?
Only that he was a retainer for the Yarikawa clan years ago.
After the rebellion was crushed, the clan was dissolved and retainers dismissed.
Rumor says he left Tsushima, but when the Mongols attacked, he returned. From where? I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. He cannot be allowed to live after what he's done.
It's like everything on this damn island is punishable by death.
Up ahead. They're constructing a roadblock. Mongols, hide yourself. Come here and fight! Good joke.
Want some? You've got an ass, I'll kick it. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, tumbleweeds coming at you. That's enough of that.
I don't see Yasuhira Koga anywhere.
We're pursuing a man named Yasuhira Koga.
He just left. He's been staying in the watchtower.
Working with the Mongols?
Yes, but last night they argued. Only made out one word. Shigenori.
I'll search the watchtower. Find somewhere safe before more Mongols come.
Stuck here.
Ba-da-ba. It would be awesome if, like, with that instrument, I don't know what it's called, there was like a subtle all along the watchtower cover that played while we were doing this. Ba-da-ba. Where you at, big dog? I just want to talk.
What I've been doing. White leaves, like those bleached by lightning in the tail. The Mongols have their own version of Shigenori's tale. Maybe he wanted to compare it to the musician's version.
Interesting.
A dueling ring. He's looking for it.
He wants to learn Heavenly Strike.
Yasuhira is looking for someone who can teach him Shigenori's Heavenly Strike.
The white leaves. There are trees like that not far from here.
That's where he went. You've helped enough. Get to safety with the others.
Thank you, my lord. I hope you punish that monster.
I will stand dramatically behind you and look backwards.
Need to find white-leafed trees.
Okay, white-leafed trees, eh? Look for the white-leaf tree. Dude, this horse looks badass. Look at that horse. Looks like he's like a skull. Who's a badass? It's not my Nobu, but... the horse is cool as hell. Dun, dun. Hey, there's a white tree up there. What's going on down here? Base camp. Go. Oh, lots of white trees.
White leaves. Has to be the place. White leaves, like those bleached by lightning in the tail.
Travel to the White Tree Grove. Oh, baby. Happily. we have here? Fighting a bear, eh? So cool, man. All these petals flying around. Fantastic.
Stop! I told him everything I know.
Someone's being tortured.
Can't have that.
Are you cowards? Stop! I told him everything I know.
Yeah, Archer, get over here. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good. Yes, be terrified. What up, idiot?
Was a man named Yasuhira with these Mongols.
He wanted to learn the heavenly strike from my grandfather, and took him away.
Your grandfather's in danger. Where did they go?
His old training ground. A dueling ring on the Komatsu coast. Please, save him.
Alright. Travel to Shigenori's Rest. How far away is that?
Yasuhira cannot learn the heavenly strike. Ready for anything.
Storms are so great. Nobu's such a good boy for not being too freaked out by it. Alright, you'll be safe here, boy. Daddy's got to go do some work. Huh?
Yeah.
What the hell? Where do these go? Daddy's got to get lost on the rock wall, I guess. What the hell?
Someone cut that tree down in order to cross.
Who could it have been?
Yasuhira brought Mongols with him.
Challenge me!
Bring it on, boys. Cool shield, dude. It'd be a shame if you didn't use it when you attacked me here. I am worthy of the heavenly strike. That is for sure. A beautiful area. Yeah, I kind of get why the Mongols want to take the island. We got cool shit here.
That must be Shigenori's dueling ring. What has Yasuhira been doing? Poor man. Killed by Yasuhira.
I wonder if he's been having the Mongols like bring people here to fight.
Blade has seen many duels. Footprints, still fresh.
Not rinsed away by the rain either. Hey, what's up, dude?
Yasuhira Koga, the butcher of the rebellion. Time hasn't changed you.
You were a child when Yarikawa burned, boy. For 15 years, I dreamed of cutting Lord Shimura to the bone.
You won't live long enough to face him.
The old man taught me the legendary attack before I killed him. Let me show you.
Yeah, we'll see. Not really worried about it, bud. Feels like when in Jungle Book when Shere Khan fights Bagheera in the rain and like everything's lighting up on fire and Shere Khan's like freaking out.
I've got it. Strike couldn't save you.
Do you just get struck by lightning? Holy shit. Okay. Wow.
You deserve greater respect than this. I promise I'll use Shigenori's technique to protect Tsushima against all who would harm it.
Heavenly Falcon, strike without warning, like Hunter of the Skies. Oh. Ooh. That's pretty cool, man. That's still not as cool as what I'm using, though. What I'm using is fire. That's cool, though. And what's cooler than being cool? So, okay. Just for my own... You can answer this question. Did I just happen to have lightning strike when I did the heavenly strike? Or is that supposed to happen? Because if that was, like, not supposed to happen, and that dude just got struck by lightning the second I did the heavenly strike, that's insane. It's a scripted thing. Okay, good. All right, that's what I thought. It's like, man, if that was random, that's crazy. That'd be up there with alligator Jesus moment. All right, good. It's supposed to happen. I mean, it makes sense because the guy's like smoking and shit, but that would have been absolutely nuts. All right, cool. Cool. All right, that was badass. I really enjoyed that. Dude, if that wasn't scripted, it'd be one of the top 3 moments in any of my playthroughs. Now, sun comes out. Beautiful. Picturesque. Yeah. The marine lair on the west coast of Tsushima. This is what it feels like to play Torrey Pines golf course. That's all I can think of right now. This also looks like the end of Star Fox 64 where they're all running. Where they're all running. Oh no! It's Peppy! No! And Pigma Gengar! Pigma Dengar. Or no, Peppy's a rabbit. Pigma.
Who will fight?
What up? Let's go. Bring it on, Mongols. Yeah, that dude was super chill before he attacked. Get off your horse.
You're going to be all right.
My father lives in Komatsu Forge. Thank you for everything, my lord.
I got you, homie. Now, why don't you get back there? It's more safe. Unless you've got COVID, then get a mask first.
Come and fight!
Oh, right across the legs. Oh, brutal. Okay. So there's a point of interest directly to the south of this point. Right? Another fox den. Where are you, Fox? Follow me, Fox. Don't ever give up, my son. You got more stamina than me, Fox. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, scratches. Oh, that other fox is super close. Fox, that's one of ours.
You're a good horse, Noble.
I'm not going to concern myself with those guys. Let's just go over here. Right, glowy tree. Alright, let's go. You're looking more like your father. Corneria. Fourth planet of the Lilat system. Evil Androx turned this once thriving system into a wasteland near extinction. Like this guy. And that guy. And this guy. And now this guy. Alright, sorry, Fox. I apparently needed a box full of stuff. And was willing to kill to get it. Oh, damn. Alright, 2 more to go. Alrighty, I would say now the iron hook. I gotta get the, okay, so I get the grapple hook. Why is fear such a strong manipulative force? Whether it's the fear of the invasion forcing the people of Tsushima to do insane stuff, or fear that Jin instills causing the Mongols to flee, fear definitely plays a central role in this game, and it's kind of cool to see how it's used on both sides. Well, fear is a primal, guttural, physiological experience that is deeply tied to survival. The thing that not that we forget it, but I don't think in modern times we really think about it in the same way that we may have back in the day. The primary mandate of a living being is to stay living. Like, there is a deep, deep aversion to death, for the most part, in humans and other animals. Why we have things like the survival instinct, and why our distress tolerance is so far beyond what you would ever actually imagine that it is. Like, if you were actually in a really terrible survival situation, you can't even believe the amount of things the human body can actually endure as it tries to grasp for survival. So fear is often connected with a either real or perceived sense that survival is at stake. So if you can pair that fear with an agenda that appears to facilitate survival of whatever things matter to you, whether it's your life or your identity or otherwise, then people can be more easily manipulated because of that duress. So that's why if you instill fear in the masses and then you push forward a leader that seems to be confident amidst that fear and knows how to navigate it in a meaningful way, or at least appears to, people will gravitate. Because if you see that figure as somebody who can cut through that and keep you alive or mitigate the things that you're afraid of, then you are more likely to follow. So it's an easy experience to weaponize because you can, I mean, life is pretty damn fragile. There's a million different ways you can die. So if you can get people close to that sense that their survival is at stake, they're a lot more ripe for manipulation. It's a lot easier to do that than it would be to facilitate like sadness or vulnerability in the masses. So freak people out, they look for direction. They look for whatever it takes in order to avert that fear and avert that thing that they perceive as being antithetical to their survival. This gets used in modern times, just not in the same way. I mean, not to get... Oh, I try to sort of steer from this when I have conversations about this in these playthroughs, but I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I'm filming this right now in 2024, October 2024. We have a pretty significant election coming up at the time of filming this in the United States. If you want to see a perfect example of this, look at some of the ways in which undocumented immigrants are being discussed in the political discourse. There's a lot of fear-mongering as a way to, like, the idea is you get people afraid of people coming across the border illegally, get people to think that a certain thing is going to happen to them. If that happens, you know, your blah, 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 blah is all at stake when it isn't. To get people to believe that it is, and then all of a sudden you look at the people who have some level of agenda against that, that is designed to mitigate those fears, and you will find comfort in following who those people are and potentially voting for those people to be in a position of power so that your fears are quelled. When the reality is that fear is also something that you can stir up in people. You can cultivate it with very direct, pointed, homogenous messaging. And so that's another reason why it gets used the way that it does. But to use a lighter example, I see a bit of a conversation about this in chat, and I was going to mention this. Like, advertising is built on that. People have a fear of aging because they've been told that they should be afraid that you're ugly and useless and all these things when you're old. And so one of the ways that you know if people are old is because they look old. So a lot of anti-aging stuff that's peddled, creams, blah, 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 is all predicated on people's fear of aging. Should you actually be afraid of aging? Not necessarily, but you're told inadvertently that it is something you should fear because it means that society is essentially leaving you behind. So if you use our cream and your wrinkles go away and you don't have dark spots under your eyes and blah, 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 you're more likely to be perceived as young and thus not left behind. So many things pull on human fear and anxiety because it's the easy thing to go for. And it works. So that's why it's important to understand what happens to you when you're afraid. Like when you experience fear, what do you look toward? Where are your blind spots? Where do you look for an easy out? Because you can learn a lot about how malleable you are under duress if you get to know your fear response more than just be like, oh, I'll never be afraid. So that's why it's so prevalent here. And yeah, the Khan is confident. I mean, in some ways, Lord Shimura stays relatively calm. There's a reason that the samurai are encouraged to stay calm and manage their emotions more effectively, because people look to that. People don't spend a lot of time learning to manage their own experience. They often look more for validation of it and commiseration more so than they do looking for ways to manage it more effectively. And so when you see other people do it, you sort of by association can feel a sense of confidence in your ability to navigate the things you're afraid of. So it's a very, very important trait in a leader. And it's not always just that that person actually be strong, it's that they appear to be strong and confident. It's a very important distinction. All right, let's get this grapple. I'm excited for this.
Lord Sakai.
Where is Yuna? Oh, there she is.
The Mongols come back.
We'll find them where they sleep and protect you.
Spreading more of your stories?
Just telling them what they want to hear. Some of them are calling you the Ghost.
After you put the idea in their heads.
These people stay because they believe in you.
They should believe in the samurai.
To them, you're both.
When Lord Shimura is free, they won't need to put their faith in folktales.
Maybe. Taka's sweating over the job you gave him. He doesn't want to let you down.
Let's see how it's coming along.
Oh man, it's complicated. I'm trying to think of how I even want to talk about this. I get Jin's aversion to Yuna telling stories about him that are folklorish in nature. Because in some ways I think that directly goes against the code of the samurai, where he doesn't want individual recognition, he wants to be recognized as one of them. I am a reflection of the samurai are a reflection of me. I don't really make any kind of distinction between the two. I don't really see myself as differentiated from the samurai. Which, all well and good under times of peace where that's, you know, you can sit there and go, woo, but in a time like this, people who are feeling desperate and disenfranchised and terrified want something human and maybe para-human to connect with. And seeing Jin as more than a samurai, as the Ghost of Tsushima, if that instills some degree of hope in people and allows them to go about their day where they continue to contribute to each other and push forward, I don't know that that's a bad thing, but there is a diminishing return on that. Because this is how, if Jin is not somebody who's mindful about what that means for him, this is how you start cults. Like, Jin could use that to prey on people. And if people continuously engage with that narrative to a point that they start to, like, spiritualize him, the amount of power that he's able to wield over them is pretty intense and is antithetical to, I think, what Jin's trying to bring to the space. So I can understand why he is averse to that. I also think there's probably some, I don't want to call it insecurity, but I think some acknowledgement that putting all your eggs in one basket, when he is somebody that's willing to charge into battle and die a warrior's death, is not exactly healthy. Right? Like, you don't want to put all of your eggs into into one samurai, because if he gets killed on a beach or he tries to scale the mountain to get to his uncle and he falls off and he crushes his back on a rock and he dies, if people singularly put their hope in one person, it all falls apart when that person is gone. If you put your hopes and dreams into the role that he represents, there's more of a dispersion where you can hang tight in the idea that there are samurai that are on the island. It's not just Jin. So I can understand why he maybe doesn't want that pressure and why he would try to mitigate how the whole thing falls apart if they overload the idea that he's the Ghost of Tsushima. That also may not quite fit his own identity, and it may feel weird for him to be revered that way. You know, I'd love to ask him about that, but that said, I do think he's lucky to have Yuna with him, because Yuna is unifying these people.
We're looking for warriors to help save your uncle. Any luck?
Some. Sensei Ishikawa and Lady Masako Adachi are still alive. They're dealing with their own struggles, but when it's time, they've agreed to help.
An archer and a noblewoman. You sure that's enough?
That's why I hired the Straw Hat Ronin. Turns out their new leader is an old friend of mine.
Well, sounds like you have all the help you need.
Will you join us?
I don't know.
Or will you continue to unify everybody? Oh.
Can someone help with this?
I'll get it. Go see Taka. We'll catch up later.
My lord, I just finished.
Well, let's see what you got. Is it a chain I can swing around?
Thank you for your patience, my lord. An iron hook with a rope attached to the end. You can use it to climb walls. Swing over things.
It'll hold my weight?
I tested it myself. I call it a Kaginawa.
It's perfect. I'm in your debt.
No. It's a gift. I have my sister, my home, my life. That's enough.
Thank you, Taka.
Jin! Where are you?
Ryuzo?
Uh-oh. Shit's about to hit the fan.
Jin! Jin Sakai! Anyone seen a samurai? I know you're here!
What's up, dude?
I've
Jesus.
been looking all over for you.
The Mongols have captured my best fighters.
I was counting on their help to free Lord Shimura.
Jin, if we don't do something, my men are dead, and your uncle stays locked in captivity.
It's such a subtle thing, but it's such a like. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Oh, I needed the hobbits to continue my mission. Like, that's not really the response. Not a very present response. I appreciate that Jin knows exactly what he's trying to accomplish. He's got a mission. But, dude, if you want... I know there's going to be people that give me a hard time for this, but this is something that I think is so important. When you are a person who is in a position where you are trying to gather the masses, create a unified message, be a leader of people, you have to be empathic. You cannot only engage with your agenda. Even under duress, it is your responsibility to be more nuanced in the way in which you approach your interactions when you are in a position of power. I cannot emphasize that enough. Jin's response there should not be, oh, come on, man, I needed them to get my uncle. Like, we know that, Jin. You can know that. You sharing that with Ryutsu doesn't do you any favors. All that does is reinforce to him that his people are only meaningful to you as a matter of utility. I only care about your men because they were a means to my end. That's not a good vibe. We're talking about people's lives. People that matter a great deal to Ryutsu and somebody that he feels quite responsible for. So the response there is, tell me what happened. That's awful. Are they salvageable? Can we get them back? Let's get your guys. That's the undertone of the entire thing is, yeah, I want to save them so that we can help my uncle. But that being the very first thing at the forefront of his mind, what that tells me is under like quick panic duress, Jin is just so attached to his mission. And that's fine, but his engagement with it in that way is antithetical to any kind of connection that's going to be more meaningful than just the utilitarianism, terrible word, of the current context. So I hate that response. I really hate it. Be empathic. Be curious. Don't take duress and immediately make it about you.
Where are they?
Caged near Fort Yatate.
All right, Ryuzo. Let's see what we can do.
Man, I just got this grappling hook. Was really hoping to use it, and
You said they're in cages near Fort Yatate. Where exactly?
The cages are actually inside the fort.
At the top of a cliff. How are we going to free your people from there?
I still have a few men who weren't captured. They're waiting for us at a crossroads nearby.
We'll need the extra swords. Lead the way.
do you think Jin is projecting his father onto his uncle? I do not have enough information to know whether that's the case, but probably not.
How were your men captured?
Remember that map you gave me?
Oh, the one showing Mongol supply lines. Did you find food?
Yes. Very well guarded.
Too many guards for your best men?
The ugly bastards were all over us. I barely got away myself.
And you're sure the men are alive?
I heard them singing last night.
I'm surprised the Mongols allowed that.
So am I.
Are you good singers? Might be more pleasant than mercenary work.
I didn't choose this life. It was my only option after our duel.
Oh, at Lord Naga's tournament. We never talked about it.
Before we spawned, I invited commanders from every clan to watch. You came at me like I was your mortal enemy. Almost broke my arm.
I'm sorry. It was my first tournament. I got swept up in the excitement.
Of course you did. Every samurai on the island wanted to read the Jito's myth.
I never thought of it like that.
You were born, Lord Sakai. That tournament was my one chance to gain attention. To enter the service of a lord. Become a samurai.
You should have come to me. I would have hired you.
Because no one else would? No. I needed to prove myself.
I wish you told me this earlier.
Maybe I should have.
That's interesting. I'm glad we get to learn more about that. This brings up a conversation that I'm going to say a word. And I want anybody watching this, whether live or if you're watching the VOD, I want you to just bear with me, because this is a word that has unfortunately got spun into something that brings a lot of emotional arousal to people that I don't think is necessary. So bear with me. And it's the word privilege. Privilege is a word that has gotten spun into some idea that if you have it, it's somehow like this bad thing. And everybody's out to take your privilege away. And that is not the conversation that should be being had about privilege. That's a bit of a snap back to homeostasis for people in positions of privilege, but I digress. Jin was born into privilege. Privilege simply means that you have more access to opportunity by virtue of who you are, identities you hold, and your social standing. It's not a bad word. It's not an evil thing. It's not something that is to be, wag your finger at, anything like that. Nobody who is in a lesser position of privilege is sitting there thinking, boy, I really wish other people didn't have it. They're often saying, it would have been really nice if I did, because I would have had more access to opportunity. That's all it is. Privilege is just access. It's resources. Which means that if you're running a race, say you're running a 100-meter dash, a person who's born with a significant amount of privilege gets to start like 60 meters in, while somebody who is born with less starts at 0. And you got to run the same race. And maybe if that person with 0 practices really hard and has a lot of natural ability and mentally prepares in the best possible way they can, maybe they can win that race. But the likelihood is that the person who starts at 60 meters is more likely to finish that race first, even if that person hasn't prepared as much, because the opportunity to win that race is so much closer to them because of whatever resources put them at 60 meters ahead. So when we're talking about Jin and Ryuzo, and we're talking about access to becoming a samurai, because of where Jin was born, he had more doors open as a pathway to getting to samuraihood. That's not a bad thing. That's not even something that Ryuzo needs to sit and make Jin feel bad about. And you'll notice he's not. But Ryuzo is born in a space where, like, he needs as many advantages as possible. He needed eyeballs on him. This was his moment. He worked his absolute ass off. And that's also not to say that Jin didn't work his ass off. Jin worked his ass off to become a samurai. Like, it's not even a competition. It's not like, well, Ryuzo worked hard and Jin didn't have to. You can acknowledge that a person in a position of privilege worked very hard. It just means that that hard work had more of an opportunity to bear fruit because there were more opportunities in front of them and less of like a you got to squeeze your way through the mountain path kind of way to get there. And there's like hurdles and thorns and shit that get in your way. So Ryutsu was able to push through all the hurdles and thorns and everything to get to a position where he had the opportunity to prove himself in a duel that would have potentially put him on the path to becoming a samurai. That's a huge moment for him. For Jin, that duel is probably a matter of course. It's something that was expected. It was something he had all the resources to prepare for. He had all these samurai in his family. He knew what to expect. He had all these teachings and all this stuff. And so that moment matters for both of them. But the angle at which they both came to that moment is incredibly different. And the only thing that matters is that that gets acknowledged. And that perhaps a person in Jin's position sees somebody in Ryutsu's position who he becomes friends with and says, man, what are some ways that we can help people who grew up the way you did potentially have more access to a duel that allows them to potentially become a samurai, because these people don't have as much of an opportunity. I'd love to figure out, as somebody who had access, to a way to figure out how to elevate your access. And we don't have to diminish my access in order to elevate yours. Like, let's figure out how to get it there. That's all that conversation would ever need to be. And so what Ryutsu is saying to Jin here is not, you should feel bad about the fact that you beat me. It's, that was a huge moment for me. Me losing that duel, that was like my only door. That door shut. It was the only door. If you lose that fight, it closes one door, but maybe you had like 4 doors open. Like, maybe you get the benefit of the doubt. You go back to your circle and they go, it's okay, Jin, we'll get you some extra training and we'll figure out what it takes in order to get you to a point where you can win that duel. We'll get you back out there. Me? No. I lose that fight, it's over for me. I don't have anybody there to throw more resources at me. I don't have any more money to spend in the gym. I don't have the resources to get back in that spot. So having you beat me there had ramifications that were brutal for my life, but are not your responsibility. I'm not asking that you threw the fight so that I could have an opportunity to be a samurai. That's not what I'm asking for. I just want some acknowledgement that, like, I didn't have as much opportunity there, and that really set my life on a different trajectory than what I would have liked, and that's a bummer for me. And all Jin needs to do is empathize with that. And Ryutsu can also say, you know, I'm proud of you for beating me in the duel. You came out swinging. You came out super hard. You got me. Defining moment for me. Yeah, Saturday for you. And that's okay. Jin doesn't have to feel bad about that. Doesn't have to take responsibility for it. Just has to acknowledge that, yeah, he had a context that lended itself to him being more successful in that moment. And nobody wants to take that away from you. We just want other people to have that kind of access.
Someone in Komatsu called you the ghost.
It's not a dirty word.
Sakai not good enough?
What's wrong? Afraid I'll get more famous than you?
I love that he heard about that. You know, how many amazingly capable people miss out on things because they just didn't have the access? Lots. And that doesn't mean that other people who had success need to lose their success or diminish that. It's just a reality of the way that life works, unfortunately. Relativity is a concept that transcends pretty much everything.
Where's Hiro and Shinzo?
They left. They're not coming back.
Cowards! Running off. After all I did to keep them alive.
We still have enough to save your men. I've worked with less.
I've lost men to Mongols, sickness, hunger. But never this.
They're weak. It's not your fault.
Anyone else want to leave? Easy now. It'll be dark soon. Need to ride to Fort Yatate?
We'll figure out how to free your men on the way.
Straw hats. Ride.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that, like, one of the things that can often, just to belabor the point, one of the things that can happen is Jin, being somebody who was born in a position of privilege, well, as we all do this, will inductively reason that other people have similar access to resources, unless he does the work to understand the relativity of privilege. So, if Jin would say something like, oh, you know, maybe you should have just, like, worked harder, or why didn't you just go to this gym, or why didn't you stay after school, or why didn't you do this, or why didn't you maybe decide to become that, or do that, there's an assumption there that people have the same access to resource and choice that he did, and that is going to be invalidating of their experience. So, that's why it's so important, like, to acknowledge that if you're in a position of privilege, it's not a bad thing, it's just something that helps you understand your place. And is potentially something that's going to lead to a lack of ability to empathize with others unless you understand their context. Which, if you're willing to go there, is going to allow you to breed curiosity about people's experiences instead of making all sorts of assumptions that don't actually fit what they had access to. And that all comes back to this idea that if Jin's going to assume a position of leadership, he needs to be able to understand and empathize with the people that he's leading, rather than just make all sorts of assumptions about the kind of access they had. When you're in a position of lower privilege, you have to look up. You have to understand what types of access other people have. When you're in a higher position of privilege, you don't have to look down if you don't want to.
Fort Yatate. That's where the bastards are holding my men.
What's your rescue plan?
My plan? You're the one who got us onto that Mongol ship.
There's only one road into the fort, and it'll be heavily guarded. I need to get inside without being seen. The Mongols won't be watching the cliffs at the back of the fort. I'll climb up, go over the wall.
How? Are you half monkey?
I have something to help me. I'll free your men. Once they're with me, I'll set off one of the alarms. That's your signal to ride in.
And crush the Mongols between us. See? I knew you'd have a plan.
So convenient that we just got that grappling hook and we need to use it here. Wow. Go figure. Who would have thought?
You're losing me.
Oh. Sorry. I just get excited. It's like when we had our duel. I just run in with the stick and don't think about it.
I'll find a way up the cliff on this side. Stay hidden until you see my signal.
Good luck. Don't fall.
Oh, thanks for saying that. I was actually thinking about falling until you said that, so. Oh shit, this is like some Zelda type shit.
Can't jump that gap, but Taka says his hook will support my weight.
No better time than a 30-foot drop to test it. Jump and press R2 to attach to grapple points.
It worked.
Interesting. Okay. Surprised we don't, like, and throw it. Oh, this is badass. Thank God these ropes are here.
I'm starting to like this hook.
It's almost like this has been scaled before. Oh! Dude, he would have just broke his ribs. Oh, baby. Oh, it's so pretty, goddamn. Obligatory look it over the vista. Hey, thanks for being here, friends. I appreciate that you care about what I have to say about these games. I am grateful to have you aboard, whether you're watching the VOD on YouTube or whether you're hanging out with me live. You're the best.
I should be able to swing myself across.
Oh, the double. Oh, okay. Jesus.
Taka, I owe you.
This is badass.
Need to find Ryuzo's men. They really are
Like
singing.
freaking Spider-Man.
Sounds like they're caged all over the fort.
Fight me. What's up? Oh, shit. Just let that guy hit me. Damn it. Oh, shit. Don't play that horn. No, no, no.
What? How? Get ready to fight.
Damn it. I hit the freaking serpent. I hit it again. Don't like that. You can blind your own guys. Ugh. Oh, I thought the guy was dead. Oops. I'm not letting cool as people out though.
Owe him anything he asks.
Ryuzo here? He sent me.
I knew he wouldn't leave us.
I hate that these aren't Mongol encampments. These are literally just them taking control of our places. How the hell did you get in here, man? Badass. What's up, dude? Dude! Hanging pitcher. Traditional Mongolian cuisine relies more on livestock than crops. Arag, or fermented mare's milk, is a drink that stems from this tradition. Normally prepared during the early summer, the refreshing beverage has an acidic flavor as well as a relatively low alcoholic content. Fermented mare's milk. I guess if it's acidic, I guess I would try it. Love me some acid, but fermented milk. Interesting. Guys, I don't need you to follow me into the tents. It's a little too intense for me. Not letting the bear out. Why are there bears in the cages? Sorry, guys. Should have let you out, too.
Lord Sakai,
Glad you're all right.
I'm better now.
Give me a hay. Come on.
Fight me!
Where you all at? Let's go. Oh, it's an archer. Of course it is. Oh, Uncle Tumbleweed ain't gonna be happy. Okay.
We're under attack! Time to set off an alarm and get Ryuzo in here.
Signal Ryuzo.
All right, Ryuzo. We're ready for you. Time to open the gate.
Get in here, bud.
This is it! Fight for your freedom!
Jeez. How can anybody see? Oh shit. I just shot one of our own.
Here's Ryuzo! Yeah! I knew you wouldn't forget us!
We placed bets. How long did it take you to free us? Yeah! I lost!
Hope you brought some sake. You're not gonna believe this. It doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't?
My men said the Mongols didn't hurt them. They fed them. Good food, too. And
They probably want them. Let's feed them. Let's make them think we're not so bad. Because if you're powerful and people look up to you, perhaps you can instill doubt in the masses. We're going to make the masses afraid, but we're going to make you get them to question it. so that maybe they're more willing to submit when we find them, because when we find them and we think about holding them captive, maybe if straw men or straw hats and other people were like, you know, they're actually not so bad. They fed us. Maybe we're wrong about their intentions. That instilling of doubt in the masses is going to be absolutely poisonous. So it would make complete sense to me why they would feed these guys. Get them to question their single story they have about the Mongols.
Wonder they were singing last night.
Just be grateful they're safe.
Why in all the hells would the Mongols feed them?
Maybe they expected something in return.
Thank you, Jin. My men. They're everything.
The Mongols are formidable, man. They are formidable.
All right, men. On your horses.
I need to meet Yuna in Komatsu.
Very Shadow of the Samurai. Finally have the tools and allies I need to rescue my uncle from Castle Canada. Before we strike out, I should speak with Yuna at the town of Komatsu Forge to see if she's planning to join my fight. I'm coming for you, Lord Shimura. Hell yeah. You leaving? Bring him in here, and then he's like, never mind, bye-bye. And then when I open my door, they'll be cuddling right outside. Every time. Always. Okay. God, there's so much to, like, explore. Like, I don't even know that I want to go up to Castle Canada yet. Like, I want to uncover all of these areas that we haven't even been to yet.
Good no.
What's up, Yappy? I saw it, but during the playthroughs, I don't really answer questions unless they're related to the playthrough itself. So I would recommend either popping by at the beginning of one of the next streams or throw a question in questions for DrMick on Discord, and I'll be happy to answer it. Just kind of the way that I format these now. Hey, another fox.
You're out back.
Oh, come on. Damn it. All right. I think we have maybe like one more, and then... God damn it. Because I don't think there's any more charm slots after this, so... Let's go. What do we have here? Where are you taking me, bird? Whoa. What's the significance of the pot colors, I wonder? Gotta be some kind of significance. Oh, a haiku. Let's go. Ooh. Hidden recipe.
Hidden respite. Gently cleansing, stand refreshed. Prepare to change course.
Headband of peace. Oh, it matches my stuff. I love my hat, but I think we're gonna wear the headband of peace for a while. Fabulous. Sick haiku, bro. Oh, is it a shrine? It is. Ooh. When do I get my hang glider? Uh-oh. 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 There we go. Oh, man. Oh, this is bad. I literally... Oh, no. I don't think I can get out of here. do one haiku, man. Come on, come on, come on, Jin. Oh, dude, it's like I could squeeze through there. They even have like the fall protection thing too, so you don't get stuck in this. Yeah, shit, man. I think I'm actually stuck. I guess the last checkpoint would have been after the haiku, so. No, there we go. Perfect. This was before I decided to make that jump. Lovely. Oh. Oh. Ambience is fantastic. Just running water. No idea what I had to do to get here, Shrine. Parries and perfect dodges are easier to perform. Pfft, already graded them. But why not? I'm already a goddamn stud. I love that they have the descent button on this. Good shit. Alright.
That's a good boat.
There is so much to explore, and I'm here for it.
Quickly, no.
Someone's out to kill me. You're dead. Wait. I don't want to die.
Tell your friends I was merciful. Takeshiki Farmstead. Place is not in good shape. What are these red birds flying? Dude, those things, they sound like somebody screaming.
Let's go, Nobu.
Ready? Shoot it!
Brutality. All right, Nobu, I'll see you on top of the mountain, buddy. Ooh, there's the fox.
Here.
Oh, Nobu, didn't think I'd see you here. Just kidding. Let's go to that shiny tree, buddy. Hey. Oops.
Hold still.
Free at last.
Find somewhere safe. Be careful.
It's not much, but please, take it.
I'm gonna be a super badass eventually. 50 supplies. Damn, dude, that guy's packing. Hey, what up, Fox? What do you say? Somebody should write a song about that. Give me that charm slot. Yeah. Thanks, bud. I want to pet a fox sometime. Ah. Fujin's secret, the terrible force of an unseen tempest. The red is nice. Still not as nice as the purple and white, though. It's gonna be really hard to beat that. Take that, archers. Anything to best the archers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So many shiny things to collect, and they have purpose, which I appreciate. They're not just collectibles for the sake of collecting them. Like, you can learn shit about the Mongols and stuff. Like, that's cool. God, that's badass. God, there's just so much shit to do. DM Pizza, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate that.
Faster, no.
So now we're going back in the direction that I've already been. So I've been to that town. That's that farmstead. I don't know that I'm going to cover every square inch of this before we go to Castle Canada, but I do like to do as many side questy things as possible before I do major core story bits, so.
Sounds like something over there.
Take him!
The kick is outrageous. Like, that kick is straight out of, like, a spoofy It's great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Old Woodsman's Cannon. All that for some yew wood. We're back at the goddamn flower pots. Dude, I keep getting turned around, like, big time. Why do I keep gravitating back over here? Let's see. Don't have the necessary materials for the swordsmith. All right, let's go.
You're a good horse, Nobu.
You are a good horse, Nobu. Just by mere fact that you hold a bow is an act of aggression. Random little shrine. More death and destruction. Terrible, awful, no good, very bad Mongol things. Another fox. Whoa. Really? I thought we were done with them. Do you ever find yourself losing empathy for enemy forces in games like these? I mean, to an extent, sure. It kind of depends on the level at which they have an awareness around the awful things they're doing and all that. But I think it's my responsibility as the content creator I am to try to explore as many of the angles as possible and understanding why things are happening the way they are instead of just going like Mongol's bad. Charm of Inari's Might. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 3 more and I get a charm. I like that. Oh. What up? Who wants something? Okay. So you got this big old giant area here that seems worth exploring. I am inclined to fast travel there and then go up to that question mark. We'll see what that's all about.
We make a good team, don't we? Heal!
Another graveyard?
Let's go, Lulu.
Oh, yeah, I can parry your... No mercy for archers, man. No mercy for archers. Oh shit, what's going on here? I love how I'm running with the... Oh, we're just running with the bandits. I can just kill them. Oh, no! I didn't... Oh, okay. We're just gonna just kill everybody, huh? Yeah, just, everybody's bad. Damn it. Didn't get it off. Yeah, that's right. I became the very thing which I seek to destroy. Okay. Fallen Outpost complete. Hell yeah. What do you got for me, bird? Kind of cool shit we got up here. Winding Mountain Shrine? Hell yes. Good thing I have a grappling hook now. Oh boy. Okay. Come on, climb. Jin. Jin, buddy. Thank you. Well, if you're gonna do traversal like this in a game, I guess this is the way to do it. I like that the bird keeps hanging out with us while we try to do this. Jin's dexterity to be able to hit that grappling hook every time is really something. Like, we just got this thing and we're like already freaking Batman. I didn't know any better. I think he's the Ghost of Tsushima. Charm of Izanagi. Thank you, friends, for watching part 13. Part 14 is going to be a grand old time, I'm sure. So wonderful to have so many of you along for the ride, whether you're watching this on YouTube or whether you're hanging out with me live on Twitch. Your time is valuable, so the fact that you spend it with me, it's very cool of you to do. Those of you that financially support the stream, thank you so much for doing so. It means a lot to me. And, but more than anything, appreciate your engagement. So leave a comment, leave a like, tell people about this playthrough. If this is the greatest playthrough of Ghost you've ever seen, tell people about it. All right? If you're binging, I'll see you right here in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, get it out as soon as I can. I appreciate you. You matter. See you in the next one.